Good afternoon, everyone. Sort of morning. Welcome back. Sorry for the slight delay there. What's up, Strawberry? I need clay.
Daddy, there's nothing in here.
Mm-hmm. Leave him alone, Tay-Ray. Tay-Ray? Leave your brother alone.
Hey, I had one of these at Mommy's long ago, and there was a prize in it.
Oh, really?
And now there's supposed to be a thing. This is supposed to.
Only 6:30, actually. Hold on. 1,000 in there.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, baby.
Last time I took the toy out of my princess.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Neither do I. Must be wherever you left it.
Oh, I left it in my basket. And there was candy inside. And there was
Was there?
Yeah, but I left it in my basket. Need to go. To go get my candy.
Not right now, sweetie.
Oh,
There's no candy right now. Maybe later after lunch. We'll see.
sure. Daddy. See, open.
You could chew on it though.
Open.
See that? Make sure you put a password on your chest in there, man. Went ahead and locked it earlier.
Okay. Make a full AK.
You can?
Yeah, I have the other 2 pieces.
Sweet.
Sniper rifle, I just need stock.
Which we used to have 2 of.
Yep.
Feels bad.
I'll bring that other stuff over here so you can have an AK. You mind if I take your sniper parts?
Feel free. Nifty little trick if you're careful if we're going down is hit space and let yourself fall for a while and hit space again. But you gotta time it right, otherwise you can kill yourself or break your leg or something. Oh,
What do you see, friend?
I can't find it.
ooh. Damn, 15k though? I'm actually gonna finish the quest to get the point here in a minute. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Literally only had enough for 1. Wow.
Just to let you folks know, the Trader Joel's will be closing soon.
Thank you, Survivor.
Alright.
Soon, get new merchandise made.
There I go.
What's this? What's this?
Yeah. Yes, we did. So right now we're just basically getting the outline for the pit cut out. But I'm starting, and then Alex will come in and help me out with it eventually. And we're probably going to do the drop mining a bit slower than we did last time because it did cause so many issues. As I said, it probably would. I really didn't give a shit, but Alex just being inexperienced with drop mining is what really hurt us the most. Well, hurt him the most, I should say. I mean, he got killed and lost all his items and stuff. When you drop mine, you want to be extremely careful, and just because you can drop mine and afterwards doesn't seem like anything's wrong doesn't mean you didn't do anything to screw everything up. It's very important that you're very careful and don't underestimate it, you know?
Daddy, can you do like if he called?
Better?
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, you really want to be careful with it, and don't drop more than like a like 10 blocks high by 4 blocks wide by 20 blocks kind of thing. Good, man. How you been? I'm obviously dealing with a bit of a cold.
Still digging that trench?
Do what?
Still digging that trench?
Yeah. Just getting the outline in place so Alex can start helping me dig it, but I mean, I'm probably going to make him let me do the drop mining on it. Just because last time went so terribly. I kind of wanted to give him a chance to try it out himself, but obviously just too many things went haywire.
Yeah. I got a 555 iron shovel here.
Nice.
So here, let me give it to you.
Where'd you get that from?
I just got out of the car. Alright, here we go.
I'm gonna take this and go upgrade it. Actually, I'll use it until it gets worn down, then I'll upgrade it. Because I got the 225 on me. But thank you.
You're welcome. Found another MacGyver's. I don't know if you learned it yet, but it's in the chest.
No, I will be reading it though, thank you. Shoot. Ooh, 2 ranks? Yes, please. Oh, yeah. Like, almost one hit him. Nice! What's it, 30? Have we gotten the mini bike schematic yet?
I don't think so.
Oops. I switched. I know how that goes, man.
I don't have it.
Of course, I'm not working now, so I'm busy with like jobs, just with kids and shit. All that fun stuff.
Why did you slam Bubby's door?
I didn't slam Bubby's door. I closed his door.
It was hard to open.
It's not supposed to be opened. Who opened it?
I was trying to open.
You're not supposed to open it. He's in trouble. He's in his room.
You slammed it.
I didn't slam it. I closed it like that on purpose.
And did I get? Yeah. It smells funny. Daddy, we're going to Halloween. We get to go to Halloween 2 days. Go to Halloween.
We're going to Halloween tonight, yes. Quit bumping my arm, silly girl.
I'm kind of sick.
Then don't be silly.
I'm not. Mommy, why just did something to me?
What do you do?
Slam the door on me.
Right back. I'm back.
Okay.
Oh, that's picky over.
I think I'm gonna do text tone. What do I want to get? Something from Titanfall, I think. Even though I can't play it.
You got it. Stand by for Titanfall. Dropping now. Stand by for Titanfall. Caution. Stand by for Titanfall.
Stephen Baker, welcome to the stream.
I want to have a mindset.
Booyah.
User joined your channel.
Yo.
What's up, Sarah? I'm streaming, by the way. Farm is just about operational, and I've got a seed down for beer as well. We're, I think, one more crop flip away from being functional.
Cool.
Just a heads up, if you end up going to do the crops, I'll have each rose, like the rose label or whatever. It'll be every 2 rows is a different crop, except for the last 2 rows, which will probably be staggered a little bit. But it'll be 26 for the corn, potatoes, and goldenrod. So if you pick everything up, all you have to do is make 26 seeds and plant 13 in each row. What's up, Luke?
Okay.
If you don't want to mess with it, leave it to me. I got no problem doing it.
Your AK's in there. It's awful, but it's in there.
Thanks.
I think that
We found like a bigger town somewhat nearby. Yep.
I haven't really explored at all yet. I've been doing nothing but working on the base right now.
Okay.
I do intend to explore more once we get done with the base.
what? Bobby needs me.
Hey, Red, come here. Hey, Red, come here.
What?
Stay away from him. He's in trouble.
And
And you'll be in trouble too if you go in there and mess with him. You understand?
look what Bobby
Where
gave
are we
me.
keeping food nowadays?
Right now, it's just basically on the fire. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some on here. I need to go get water jars and stuff made up. I'm going to eat really quick. I'm going to head down to the forge really quick and grab some water jars. I'm going to start making stew now. Won't be more than like 2 or 3 once I get done making it here in a second. But once I flip the crops, we'll start having, 20 something at a time. So just it's pretty crucial that every time you see an animal, you kill it and at least get the meat, if nothing else. That way we have a continuous supply of meat. Because eventually, once we get to a certain point of always having meat, we're gonna have more meat than we do crops, and that's where we want to be. And then, because the last house we had like 250 fucking stew at any given moment.
Yeah, I always kill those things when I see them.
I do so long as I have that. If I'm like running from zombie, oh shit, airdrop. Anybody get eyes on it?
Yeah, I see it. It hasn't dropped yet. Oh, it's not far.
I'll go grab it. Unless you got higher scav.
I got
I'm
it.
level 3 on Quality Joe, but I'm not maxed on scavenging.
I'm maxed. I'm maxed unless you want me to.
Do you have it, or do you want? I'll go get it if you don't. 'Cause I've got vision on it right now.
Yeah, go grab it then.
Alright. No worries. Yeah, basically, as long as you have like 3 Quality Joe and 16 scavenging, you're good to scavenge towns and stuff like that. That's the best way to do it. Like, you don't want to scavenge towns until you have that. Otherwise, it's basically a huge fucking waste. But, like, if it comes down to, like, who's going to open something, you always go by whoever's got maxed everything. If everyone has maxed everything, and then it's just whoever's closer, you know what I mean? At that point, it's totally irrelevant. Unless somebody happens to be luckier, you know what I mean? Like, my luck's probably average at best.
Do we have steel tools yet?
Nope, I haven't spoken to Alex since last night, where I spoke to him for about 2 seconds, and I was literally in the middle of a horde night, so I couldn't talk to him.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that usually does all that stuff. I don't know where he's at. I know he was on last night after I got home from work. I seen that the forge house had been more situated to what he would like. And since that's basically his house, I really don't give a fuck. He can build it however he wants as long as I can get in there and get stuff I need. But I'm gonna talk to him once he gets online so I can make sure he needs to upgrade the fucking house so we can finish it up. A couple rocket launcher parts, a light, and Enforcer magazine. Is anyone not read Enforcer yet?
Is Enforcer Magnum?
Yeah. I'll toss it in the chest.
I may not have, but I'm not sure.
I'll toss it in the chest. I've already read it twice, so pretty much good on the Enforcer mag. There's also an AK schematic in here for anyone that hasn't read it yet. Quiet down, sweetheart.
I bumped Alex last night. He was off for an hour.
Look what Mommy gave me.
Okay. Quit screaming though.
Alright, so I just brought 53 meat from down there.
Sweet.
A bunch of eggs. Are we trying to save as much meat as possible for stew right now, or can we make?
Feel free to make the bacon and eggs. I mean, it's going to be a while before we have a steady supply of stew.
Okay.
Like I said, as long as we're always killing animals and bringing the meat back, especially once we get mini bikes, we'll be fine. Like, this is the first full crop rotation I'm going to be doing now that I'm planting.
Dark Matter, have you looted the bank?
I did the 6. I didn't go into the vault.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that then.
I think there was also a... Was there a hotel or something next to it?
Yeah, there's a hotel.
I think there's like a desk safe, or whatever the fuck they're called, a small safe inside the office thing there as well. I don't think the rooms have shit in them, like maybe bodies, which are sometimes decent to get stuff off of, but
Yeah,
if you're power looting.
there's another town not too far from here that has one of those like ostrich hotels, and at the top floor there's some crates and a body.
Yeah, I looted the room in the hotel and just the outside.
Not the... Oh, okay, I mean the motel. I think it's a motel. Whichever the one that's like basically like flat and short.
Yeah.
Whichever that is the one that's next to the bank, I believe.
Yeah, the town to the south, right down here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Clock. It's taking forever to go. God damn. Quick. With the cotton one in this. How did that not hit?
You guys have extra room, make sure you get all the bones and stuff from the zombies.
Daddy,
Yes, sweetheart.
we could have lunch.
Here in a little while. Quit screaming, Tay Ray.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the doors should still cool then. I forgot about the vault door.
Going through the brick right next to it.
I could do that.
Only
Do either of you make skinning knives?
I can.
Would you mind running me off one when you get a chance?
Yeah.
You think it?
So I know Sauce is. I know you play Blizzard games. Do you play any Blizzard games?
I played Diablo 3 for like 1,000 hours.
I was watching some videos earlier, and they were talking about like what the hell's gonna happen at BlizzCon. Like, what are they gonna talk about? So all the IPs are kind of what they are right now.
Yeah.
Like, the rumor I thought I heard was that it was either Diablo 4, which makes no sense, or an expansion, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense considering they changed the name from Diablo 3 to Diablo. What I think it's going to be, and what my buddy Horse was me and we were talking about, is it's probably going to be like a remastered edition of the first two, maybe the third one as well. That seems to be like the the favorite thing for everyone to do is remaster your old games.
It's free money. I mean, it's not completely free, but it's close to free.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid easy to do, especially if you just kind of revamp your old engine.
I'm not gonna lie, like, you fucking take my money, like.
Yeah, right.
Diablo too, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I still have it installed and I still play it from time to time.
I love Diablo 2 because of the Necromancer. That's what I don't like about Diablo 3 is there's no proper Necromancer. And it's so stupid they removed that class.
Yeah, they were way too focused on trying to be original when they weren't. It's an IP from like, I don't know. They could have added. I mean, I feel like Witch Doctor is different enough from Necromancer to be
he was on
justified. Maybe
store.
take the pets away from the Witch Doctor. I don't like the pet builds on Witch Doctor anyways.
I feel like it was a poor excuse as like a sideways step or something like that. Hey, we don't have a Necromancer, but we have this, which is kind of the same. And it's like, well, not really. The best part of the Necromancer was having the army of skeletons and just it was such a fun class to play.
Oh yeah. Necromancer was a shit. Like Cursed Necros were super fun. If you ever got like really good gear with a Cursed Necromancer, they were super fucking fun to play.
It's all about the assassin.
Assassins were fun. I used to run. I used to prefer a Kicksin over Smite. Smite Edition. I guess is what it's called. For like Uber runs and stuff.
Right back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people think this is going to be a D4. I'm on the same train that you are, Sauce. I think it's going to be remasters, but I don't know. I mean, I've heard people make good arguments for the latter.
Ugh, kids are gonna be the death of me. I'm back.
Yeah, there's some YouTube videos out there of guys putting Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 on the new engines. It's hilarious. You guys gotta check it out. Some people really are still into
People
those
have, like,
games.
already kind of done it?
Oh yeah, there's like one for Diablo 1 where they redid it with like the Diablo 3 engine or something like that. So it's some guy's just making it. Like that one guy that for Doom, like, you know, they came out with the new Doom game, but the guy used the Unreal Engine to remake Doom 1. I think you can buy it on Steam, but it's pretty cool, man.
It is cool.
What's awesome is the fact that the developer wasn't like shitting bricks over it and they're like, get that fucking game off the goddamn market right now. You can't do that. Like the guy that remade was it Ocarina, I believe, and Unreal 4. Like it looked fucking gorgeous, and like he didn't actually have a full remake. It was more of like a concept thing. Like look how good it could look, you know. And once Nintendo got wind of it, they're like, no, fuck that. Get that shit off there. Fire up the fucking lawsuit engines. Let's take this son of a bitch down.
Dude, Nintendo does not fuck around with their IPs.
Which is fucking ridiculous because it really alienates your fucking fan base. Like, they're struggling enough as it is, then they gotta fucking make it worse by looking like shitheads.
Well, you got the whole thing with YouTube too, where they DMCA people who are putting out like Nintendo content, which makes no sense because it's free advertisement.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're not paying them, YouTube's paying them, and like, you know, obviously advertisers are really the ones that are paying. But yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. Their business practices has been, I don't really know what the word for it is.
Well, I can tell you what it is.
Stupid lately.
Well, it's and again, I very much, and I think Shady can at least back me up a little bit on this, having watched the stream for a while. I'm like the most anti-racist person. I can't fucking stand bigots or anybody like that. It really triggers me and pisses me off when someone's very short-minded. So when I say this, understand it comes from a place of purely like just unbiasedness towards anybody, but they have a Japanese mentality, which is very much about nobody's going to use anything without our permission, even if it benefits us, because we are superior. Now, not all Japanese are like that, but specifically Japanese businesses, like Sony, for example, act just like that.
Yeah. They're very
Elitist.
They have a different culture than we do, so they're very prideful about things that come from them.
It makes no sense whatsoever that you would turn down any kind of free advertising. Like someone doing that Unreal 4 thing, it wasn't like they were doing it to make money or anything, as far as I'm aware, which I could understand. Like Blizzard, if someone does stuff like that, if they're not making money, at worst they'll ask them to shut it down like they did that one server, but if it's somebody just doing some kind of cool concept thing like that, they would be fully in support of it. They might even give them a job.
Yeah, are you talking about the legacy server?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, they brought him in and talked to him.
That shit was silly too, though, because they weren't making money off that either. Like, people like original WoW a lot. I would love to go back and play like original PvP.
I think they were technically getting money though. I think it was like donation based, so it wasn't technically income. I don't know how it worked. Because they were doing something to support that. And with that many people, they had to be having. There was some way for them to, you know what I mean, upkeep all that.
Well, I can see that, but like, even if they were getting some kind of donations, like I mean, I don't know how expensive it is to run something like that, but I'd imagine like a portion of that goes into like the maintenance of keeping that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying they were making a lot of money, but the fact that they were accepting some kind of money is the only reason Blizzard probably went after them. There's been plenty of, and I can't think of it on the top of my head, but I know there have been instances of people doing things similar to that in the sense of like Unreal 4, WoW, or some concept stuff like that, just kind of showing cool things. And Blizzard being like, wow, look how awesome this is. And not really giving a fuck, Multiple, I guess the whole Doom thing where, Bethesda, I think, owns the IP now, but, like, they made that Doom and Unreal 4, and they were like, fully in support of, like, cool, awesome. Like, they're the same way with their mods. Like, yeah, mod the fuck out of our game. We're gonna make the best thing we can, and if you want to make it better, fucking awesome. We're a community. We're working together on this. Right. Fucking Nintendo and Sony as well are just straight up shitheads. Like, they sued those kids for fucking modding their PlayStations because basically in their mind, much like the fucking gnomes or whatever from Harry Potter, they sold it to you, but really you're just borrowing it.
Right.
They technically still own your PlayStation. You can't, and it was like, I thought it was awesome. Anonymous shut them down for like a month and a half. That was so fucking cool. Yeah. Because it made them look like straight punks. Can't even take care of your own fucking network. Get good, scrubs.
Yeah, it's pretty damning. Some of the stuff that like just big networking companies that do their own networking and stuff, like how unsecure it actually is. And I'm not even talking about just like you can like anybody can be DOS. Like it's not really, you can't really do much about that other than having unrealistic amounts of like server space with which to filter data through.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I think something happened, and this is old. It's been a while, but like something happened with like Riot and League of Legends, where like something was compromised and like a shitload of people's information got out.
Yep. That's happened on multiple occasions.
It's like, come on, man.
Like that's gonna happen. I mean, it's almost unavoidable in today's day and age. No matter how secure you make something, somebody's gonna find a way around it. Just because the ability to connect exists, the ability to get information out exists.
Well, yeah, that's true, but this kind of goes back to what we were talking about the other day with like white hat hackers. Like you, as a company as rich as Riot is, you should be able to afford to pay people to find those to find your vulnerabilities.
Yep.
And then fix them before something happens. Like you should have a team, maybe not even a team. It could just be a couple people, and all they do is try to fucking break your shit and try to get into your shit all day. That's all they do.
Like, some people are just stupid, though. Like, and I love Steam to death, and it really fucking painfully hurts me when I have to say something bad about them, but there's a major exploit they had in their marketplace or whatever for someone to take advantage of. Not like it would cost anybody money or information, but just it was a huge hole. And this one company kept telling them about it, and they just refused to fix it. What's up, Janner? And so finally the company, because they wouldn't fix the issue, said, fine, you won't fix it, we're gonna exploit the fuck out of it, make you look like goddamn idiots. And so they exploited it, and Steam looked like fucking morons. Like, it was just, I can't remember exactly how it worked. It wasn't like information getting out, but it was some way to like post something to the store to like, I don't remember how exactly it worked, but they did it, and it was like, Steam was just like super embarrassed. Basically caught with their pants down. But they had been warned like on multiple occasions. And they just kept saying, nah, we're not worried about it, we're not worried, we'll get to it eventually. I'll have to look the story up, but it was something to where like they should have fixed it. It was something they should have fixed. But like the same thing with like their early access thing, like they tell companies basically do what you want, try not to lie, but if you lie, try not to get caught. For like early access games about like, you know, being honest about what your product is and stuff. And there's so many early access games that fuck people over on there, and they don't do anything about it. And it's like such a huge fucking thing, but even then they deny doing anything, you know. Like my buddy Phoenix, he comes in here every once in a while. He requested a refund on it. He literally had 2 hours and 2 minutes on the game, and he requested a refund. It was within, I believe it was within a couple of weeks. It wasn't shortly. I mean, it was just about within the time frame, and they denied it.
It took them a couple weeks, I think, to offer full refunds. Or, I mean, it took them some period of time. They didn't like do it immediately. Like,
well, there were some people that had like 3 or 4 weeks of owning it, and they had like 20 or 30 hours. Requested a refund on the basis of just being flat out lied to, which basically they were, and they still got refunds. And then people were starting to post on Reddit how like Steam was just so much pissed off at, you know, No Man's Sky for making them look foolish for selling the game that they were giving full refunds because of how, you know, how fucked it was. And then Steam quickly was like, no, we're not. And all of a sudden people stopped getting refunds like that. Like, I think they were trying to do it under the table and try not to make a big deal out of it, because ultimately, you know, they're not losing money, you know what I mean? People don't want the game, they return the money, and then the No Man's Sky doesn't get their, I mean, everyone's happy that way.
right. So they were like, so they were making it look like they were going to give full refunds, but didn't really? Is that?
Well, basically, they were giving full refunds to anybody that asked, but they weren't publicly saying, no matter what, we'll give you a full refund. They were just doing it. And then people noticed it and started saying something, and when people started saying something, they stopped doing it. So they were trying to like be a good guy about it, but they obviously publicly couldn't do that. Otherwise, A, it violates their own policy, it makes them look fucking ignorant, and B, it really makes it look bad to other developers and stuff wanting to publish on there that might not like that idea. Because if they return a game, or if we return a game and Steam gets the money, but has to give the money back, that falls back on the company as well having to give the money back. That's just the way it works. That's why Steam doesn't give a fuck about giving the refunds within a certain amount of time. They might have to fight the company a little bit on it, but ultimately, if it's within that policy and the company say, okay, we understand your refund policy, we agree with it, we'll comply with that, then everyone has to comply with it. So Steam was doing the refunds, even though it's out of policy technically, because you can get for the most part with most companies, you can have a little leeway like that, and just not saying anything and just helping people out. Plus, it's better to, even if you don't get the money back from the company you bought the key from to sell it to other people, it's better to give the money back to a customer to make them happy so they continue to buy Steam games. Better to lose out on one sale and make another 4 or 5 versus make one sale and lose out on 4 or 5,
Yeah, for sure.
Like, the worst company I've ever worked for that had the absolute worst security was AT&T. Like, it was a fucking joke. I worked for Xbox, which is the job I'm leaving right now. And the security there is top notch in my opinion. Like, basically, if you fuck up and you lose your email and your phone and you don't remember what your email and phone number was, you've lost your account. There's no way really around that. It's on you to take care of your information. Whereas with AT&T, I mean, they will do damn near everything to get you your information back, even if it compromises your account. They don't give a fuck.
Huh.
So basically, don't use AT&T.
I use Sprint, so it's all good.
Because like on a small scale, which is what you're looking at, it's not a big deal to the mass public. But if you look at it from your individual point of view, I mean, if a company loses hundreds of thousands of accounts, your chances of being exploited from that are pretty slim. Whereas if like you're an individual, you have a much stronger chance of somebody close to you or anybody that gets your personal information, fucking you over. I'll be right back. back. I went out and got 30 more meat. There's 36 bones in here. We do need to try to find a large town so we can get a fucking chem station. Otherwise, we're gonna have to fucking like pay the 15 points to buy one or whatever to make it, which is a pain in the dick. Getting beakers and all that bullshit.
I have basically all the mats to make one. I think maybe other than short pipes.
Well, those are fucking easy to get though. I mean, if you got enough beakers and
I
stuff.
would say like if we get desperate and we're like, fuck, we just need one.
Oh,
I also know what the chem station's used for. You guys should educate me on that because I never got to make one in the last server.
It's way better than using a beaker on a fire to make like glue, gas. I mean, everything that you would normally craft in a beaker if you've played before this alpha is better to make on the chem station. Gunpowder, for example.
Just cheaper. That's all it is.
Oh, it's just cheaper. Is it like craft faster too?
No.
Doesn't? Are you sure?
No, science makes you craft everything faster. Science is the new thing that makes you craft basically what's on there faster.
Yeah, it's just better to use that. You use half the mats. Are you sure? I could have sworn it felt faster.
Maybe it felt faster because you're not like because it's queued on the table and not in your like personal queue.
Yeah, I mean that's the downside of throwing gunpowder on there, unless you're like sitting in it the whole time.
Yeah.
To level it, but
Well, you can sit there and like put fill up the output and then just open it up every once in a while, but it's so much slower doing it that way.
Does gunpowder level science now? Because they used to
Gunsmithing.
Have weaponsmithing or gunsmithing, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it levels. It should still level that as far as I'm aware.
Oh, okay. Do you still get levels even if you craft something like in a table, right? Like based on what you're crafting?
As long as you're sitting on the table the entire time, yeah.
Oh, you have to have like the table open?
Exactly. Yeah. Unlike Arc, where it's like an area of effect thing or whatever, or when you open it up, it hits you all at once. Which would be a better system, in my opinion. They're probably looking at it from like, if you're not sitting there staring at it while it's doing it, it's not like you're actually making it, so why should you get, experience from it? So I can kind of get that point of view.
Yeah, I can get that. At the same time, like, let's say if you're like crafting a bunch of gunpowder, like, why wouldn't you want to be more efficient and craft half of it at the table and half of it in your own inventory?
Costs twice as much in inventory.
What is it?
Costs twice as much in your inventory. You get half the gunpowder.
Oh yeah, that's right. You get that.
Like the best thing to do, in my opinion, is like get Netflix open it up, and start crafting, and just AFK craft it.
Right.
Especially if you can like set up like your like a workbench right next to it, crafting like armor or something random like that, and fill up the output on that. And what you do is you leave you leave out of the chem station, open that up for a second, and then go back to the chem station. You might miss like one gunpowder, but it's worth it to grab that extra XP for the armor crafting or whatever, tool crafting, whatever it might be. Because technically it doesn't it gives the XP when it outputs the item. If the output's filled, it has to go into your inventory if you open it up. So if you fill it up and it has nowhere to go, it'll sit there waiting with the XP and the item.
So if you want to make sure you're getting like max XP, you would queue up gunpowder in your inventory and then queue up gunpowder in the table and just stare at the table the whole time.
Yeah, but again, you would be losing out on so much gunpowder. It's the resource loss is fucking huge.
Right. So what's the difference? Like because I know like most bullets don't cost much gunpowder. Like I don't know, but shotgun slugs cost like 4, right? Which is probably one of the most expensive.
I think slugs are the most expensive, but yeah.
That or magnum rounds. I don't know. I don't remember what magnum rounds cost. I know the rest of them are like 2 to 3.
Magnum's 3, so is 7.62. Slug is 4, so it's the most expensive, I'm pretty sure. But also it takes 5 bullet tips and 3 casings. But that's actually come down. It used to be like I think it was still 5 tips, but it also cost like 4 shotgun shells, and then like 4 or 5 cases. It was the cost of it was so fucking ridiculous. It just wasn't even really worth messing with unless you absolutely had. You made like 20 of them, and then you would have those for like base rating, like the way you treat basically rocket launchers. You only have it there for when you absolutely need it.
Right. Yeah, I think me and a couple of my friends picked this game up, the alpha before this, the version before this alpha.
A14, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Alright guys, I gotta hop off here, gonna do lunch with the kids and stuff, spend a little bit of time talking to my son and doing some parenting. So I will be back for the afternoon stream here in a few hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours. Appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/FFAwesomeSauce. Get a hold of me on Twitter at FFAwesomeSauce. Follow me on YouTube if you aren't already. youtube.com/FFAwesomeSauce. Obviously, there's a pattern here. FFAwesomeSauce for everything. So I appreciate you guys, and I will see you here in a few hours. Bye-bye!